I mean, I'm too lazy to edit, so lol. Anyway, let's get back to the list. I have no idea who she is. Vinny was a pretty good character. He was a pretty big bully, honestly. So yeah, he kind of was way like, he was kind of very big bully and very, like, that's all I can describe him. Just a big bully. I just haven't watched a lot of the news, and I'm working them off of like very. So I put him in not bad, though he was a very annoying bully. So I'm gonna have to just put him here because he was terrible. Steven. Well, since the rocket was basically the most famous engine, I'll have to put Steven in the brilliant. I definitely liked him as a character. I mean, it's sort of because the rocket was made by George Stephenson, and he being around would make him the oldest steam locomotive on Sir Tom Hatt's railway. So yeah, I definitely loved him as a character. I mean, he was very kind of humble and sort of a bit boastful from time, but I like him as a character. Frankie, I'll put it next to Hurricane. Not bad, but they capture Thomas and make him work like a slave, which I'm sort of very annoyed at. I mean, and the fact that they just try to force engines to work against their will. But I enjoyed the ending, and it's not bad. Millie, I definitely think she was a nice nice addition to the narrow gauge line, and also to Ulfsted Castle. As a character overall. So yeah, I'll put her right behind Porter. Never seen these characters. Never seen these characters. And I've never seen this character either. Nor this character. Nor this character. Dart. Wait, that's Den, sorry. Den and Dart. Okay. Den was a pretty nice fella, and honestly, Den and Dart's first big role was they were just following Diesel 10's and kind of doing for their survival, and I enjoy them as characters, though, and I do like how they become friendly Diesels. So yeah, they're pretty cool Diesels. This steam locomotive, I saw him as the engine that told Thomas they don't have a breakdown train. I was like, pfft. And that was kind of amusing. And I think they don't have a breakdown train they use manpower to get the engine back on the rail. So I'll put him in not bad. Finn was a pretty good character, and I definitely enjoyed him as part of the search and rescue team. Put him right next to Belle. This truck, I don't know really, I forgot what his role was in that Young Bao and Thomas episode. I'm putting him, I think it was a good character overall, so I mean, I think it was pretty good. Can I put him? I'll put him next to Young Bao. Move the Arsdale engines up, I definitely. Hola. Anyway, so I do not know them, or them. Jerome and Judy, well, their first role, and which is my favorite role, is they play the role as the breakdown train, and I enjoy how it shows that, like, the difference between playing a prank and an actual emergency, and kind of shows like the difference overall. I definitely enjoyed them as supporting characters, and in The Adventure Begins, like, I mean, I definitely enjoyed them, and I definitely enjoyed that other episode where they're just as important as Rocky, who we know as the big crane. So yeah, I definitely put them in okay. Nia, I definitely think she was a good character. My only issue was that she was used to replace Edward, Audrey's first creation, and if it wasn't for Edward, this whole franchise, the video I'm literally making, wouldn't even exist. Like the flipping god, Like, if it wasn't for Edward, I wouldn't be making this video. I wouldn't know Thomas and Friends, and I would not be making this tier list. Like, I mean, so replacing Edward with Nia is a great disgrace, and honestly, it's a pathetic disgrace. I mean, Mattel, why? I really, I mean, and honestly, I hate that they'd be like, oh, there's so few bursts and 10 sheds, we need to take some engines out. Well, then just blow them up, and then just make them rebuild. It's simple as that. Not to say I hate Nia, I definitely love her as a character, and I've got her Adventures model. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed her as a character, just the way I hate the way she was introduced. Hugo was a pretty nice character, and I enjoy how, like, the engines are afraid he might take their jobs. Of course, we know Sir Topham Hatt well enough to know that he wouldn't actually do that, so I'll put him right next to Gator. Never seen this character. Samson was a pretty cool character. I mean, he was a very nice, and honestly, I think he was in very early 1900 design, because he's got no cap, unless he works for a heritage railway, which is probably unlikely. What's this race car called? I forgot his name, but he was a very competitive and pretty fun bloke, but didn't really care much about safety, honestly. So I'll put him in, yeah, okay. Scruff was, I definitely liked the way he was introduced. He's kinda, like, he's very relatable. Like, it's essentially when that guy who works incredibly hard 24/7 takes a break, and then they just want to not work, they just want to take a break until they finally realize, hey, you need to work eventually. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed him as a character overall. I mean, Glenn, apart from Stephen, that would make him one of the very oldest engines on Sodor, and I definitely enjoyed how he's sent to Allstate Castle to work along Stephen, and I can't understand Stephen competitiveness, because now there's another engine to admire. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed Clem as a character, and I definitely liked his role in The Adventure Begins, how he says, but I'm not an engine, I'm a coffee pot engine. Well, it's like, along those lines. What's this character called? I'm gonna be actually, this is gonna be a trigger. What is Sir Topham Hatt's? I'm pretty sure it's... Oh my gosh. Fun fact, everybody. He's a Rover 94 P4 940. 90, I mean. So that's amusing. What's up, CGI version? So I'm talking about his car behind the scenes. I definitely find that pretty amusing. So what's this character called actually? Oh yeah, his name is Winston. I definitely... Is that a nod to Winston Churchill? That better be, otherwise I'm gonna be so mad. I definitely liked him as a character. I forgot the one episode that I liked him the most, but I'm gonna put him in Brilliant. And I like how he acts as a rail car instead of just a straight up car, because like Sir Topham Hatt already has a car, a RP 90. So yeah, what's this? Oh, Marion. I definitely liked Marion as a character. She was very nice. Only that, like Ferdinand, she says, look what's in my bucket! Which just annoyed me to no end. I mean, honestly, that's the only reason why I'm not putting her in Brilliant. I've never seen this engine. The Earl of Ulster Castle, or I forgot his name, but the Duke or Earl of Ulster Castle. I definitely like him as a character. the most recent CGI episode, I like saw Satobu, saw a little animation how like if he doesn't have a Christmas tree, he's gonna get mad at Satobu, and I was like, poof. Well, that's incredibly amusing. And I was like, pfft. And like, I mean, I definitely liked him as a character. I mean, he was a very cool character, so I'll put him. I think he was one of my favorite human protagonist or supporting characters. One of my favorites, like Satobu. This Diesel, I mean, I'll put him in not bad. I mean, I saw him. I mean, in Adventure Beyond Sodor. Norman, he was a good character. I'll put him in not bad. I've never seen this character. Nor this. Nor this. And haven't we already done her? I'll just put her right next to her. Never seen this either. Lexi, I think Lexi was a good character. I mean, she was a bit like Theo, and I think she was pretty good. Though her design was very, very interesting. I'm intrigued to see what her design was. Never seen him or her, though I do believe they have a Trackmaster model. Sydney! My only issue with Sydney was that he was very forgetful. And if he wasn't forgetful, I'm sure he would be a very useful engine. But, like, I mean, if he just wasn't that forgetful. Paxton. I think Paxton was a pretty good diesel. I mean, he was definitely one of my favorite diesels, if not the favorite, because he was so nice to all. Though he was a bit dumb because he thought Thomas actually lost his puff and we all know puff just means steam, so if Thomas loses steam, then he can just always just start up his fire and fill his water tanks. Never seen this character. Bradford, he was very much like Toad, only one thing, he was very obsessed with safety. And I can't really blame him. It's better to be safe than sorry, though Bradford was slightly annoying. But then again, he was a pretty good character, and like, I mean, it just shows it's better to be safe than on time. And on a railway, safety matters over them being on time. Reg was a very good character. I think he was very nice. In the Tale of the Brave, Now, there's no character that can actually reach my awesome or perfect. That's because the CGI characters, they have good personalities, but they have at least one flaw that just doesn't make them that good. It's sort of like, they kind of need it's not like the classic series where they have such good character and they can be loved. You know, and as a 12-year-old, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to actually like them all the way to my favorites. So yeah, that's sort of my preference. So yeah. Okay, so this is my CGI character list. Sorry if I forgot any of the names or I couldn't rank any of your favorite characters. It's just I haven't watched the series in quite a while, and if I tried, I would probably get slightly annoyed, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.